20 years ago, Argentina suffered an economic, social and political crisis on a scale it had never seen before. Mired in a deep recession, with escalating foreign debt and a currency pegged to the US dollar, the IMF cut off Argentina's financial support in early December 2001. The government announced what became known as a corralito, a fence. People could withdraw only a small amount of their money from banks. The comedian Nito Artaza led a protest movement of thousands of people, many of whom ultimately lost their life savings.
The crisis was not only felt by those who lost savings. I remember when we met the President Duhalde, he said there were 10,000 people who had lost their savings, but there were 80,000 protesting because they did not have work. He said to me, "Look, you were all able to save money, but these people don't even have food." The crisis was terrible for everyone.
Anger was directed at politicians. Protesters chanted, "Que se vayan todos," all of them must go. On December the 19th, President Fernando de la Rúa decreed a state of siege amid widespread looting. In the hours that followed, security forces killed 39 Argentines. De la Rúa fled the government house, and amid the chaos over the next 2 weeks, there would be 5 presidents.
The result of that crisis was that poverty spiked to over 50%. Unemployment reached 25%. There was almost a meltdown of the national currency, a fall in GDP of just over 10%, and a disjointed productive system. It was an economic and social drama.
Enrique García Medina took one of the iconic photographs of the social protests of 2001.
Muy bueno, fue un momento también importante para el argentino.
It was an important moment for those of us who said enough. And we also said all of them must go, but then some of them came back.
Today, Argentina is once again in negotiations with the IMF. The country must repay $44 billion of debt taken in 2018 during the Mauricio Macri presidency. Argentina has said it simply cannot honour payments due in the coming months. So the crisis of 2001 remains vivid in the collective memory.
What we see in the exhibition is almost like a déjà vu. This is far from being an exhibition about something in the past. It is a mirror for our reality today.
2 decades on, many are debating how it is that the country once again faces debt default with a backdrop of spiralling poverty levels.
What we see repeated systematically is the blindness of the elites. What it shows is a failure of the Argentine elite. In 2001, they saw that there was a severe problem in terms of iniquity, of inequality, and in the distribution of income. 20 years on, they haven't resolved the problem.
On Friday, the lower house rejected the government's budget for 2022, complicating talks with the IMF once again, as the country remembers and debates the crisis of 2001. Joel Richards for CGTN in Buenos Aires.